Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an overview and predictions of what we think is going to happen in the second episode of Season 2 of The Fallout Show. But first things first, thank you guys so much for 70 subscribers. I wasn't even able to thank you guys for 60, and we already got 70, and I haven't even done my 50 subscriber special. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and I hope you've been enjoying these new kind of videos. Now, what are we going to be seeing in this second episode? Obviously, we have not seen the Brotherhood yet, and I have a feeling it's going to be a big focus of this upcoming episode, going over the civil war between Maximus's chapter and the other chapters. We may be seeing the Commonwealth come. Who knows? Hopefully we see a little bit of, or at least hints to Elder Maxon in some way. We might finally get a canonical ending to Fallout 4. I mean, if the Brotherhood of Steel are showing up, that leaves two endings, either the Brotherhood of Steel ending or the Minuteman ending where you don't get rid of the Brotherhood of Steel. So I'm really excited to see what's to come of that. I'm happy to finally see more than like one chapter in a place at a time. I think they have a cool opportunity here to show how different chapters have totally different beliefs, like Elder Lyons, which is now Elder Maxon's, but like Elder Maxon's The Commonwealth's chapter, and kind of, he's basically the Capital Wastelands chapter 2, but I want to see them interact with people who have kind of fallen from the ways and are more on that authoritarian, we need to rule side of the Brotherhood that we see with Maximus's chapter. I also think we're going to see Maximus really deal with that duality of I like the Brotherhood and kind of the purpose it gives me, but is that purpose worth it, and is there more out there? And with this new chapter coming in and this what would he be called, the vertibird pilot who comes in, oh, I'm here to negotiate a civil war. I have a feeling he's going to kind of show him the side of the Brotherhood that he always thought the Brotherhood was, or like what their mission was. And I hope to see him deal with that, because at the end of the season, I mean, he's on top of the world. All hail Knight Maximus, all hail Knight Maximus. And you see in his face, he doesn't want it at all. He doesn't want it. He wants Lucy. He wants to be with his girl. So I'm really excited to see that. I hope we see Hank experimenting with the chip a little more. Obviously, we know he's going to be experimenting on rats and blowing them up and stuff just from trailers. But also, we see a bunch of people in that building acting like they're like literally like Pluribus, basically. So I wonder if he's going to find Vault Tech employees, or if he's going to, maybe once he perfects the mind chip, he just starts getting random Wastelanders and starts just putting them in suits to make a whole show for Lucy. Obviously, the trailer shows her walking through that place. Maybe we'll get our first look at Freeside. I don't think so, though. I have a feeling it's going to be more of the Ghoul and Lucy on the outskirts. I think we're going to see a little bit of the NCR, where Lucy's talking to that girl, and the Ghoul asks her the question if she'd kill him or not, her father, because of all the bad stuff he's done, which I think is going to be a thing Lucy deals with throughout this season. Also, in some interviews, Lucy said in like episode 4 and 5 that we see a side of Lucy we'll never see before, that we've never seen before. So I'm excited to explore that and what leads up to it. I have a feeling Vegas is going to really test Lucy and her morals and her way of thinking, and that she's just going to have enough and just drop all of it. We also know from the trailer that she's the one that punches the Ghoul out of the Atomic Wrangler with a power fist. So who knows? Hopefully it's because she caught the Ghoul using Fisto without her. That's probably what happened. So no need to worry. Very reasonable reaction. Reasonable crash out. But yeah, I'm excited to see how their relationship splinters. I have a feeling we'll see them get closer, and then maybe she find out more about the Ghoul and the man that he was before meeting her, and you know, maybe finding out he has a chance to actually find his family, because we know the Ghoul was kind of messing with a lot of people. The Khans had a bounty on him that lasted generations. Um, he was a lot, and just the way we find him, they have him buried underground because he was so much of a threat that they put him under there when they need to use him. So, very, very excited to see that with the Ghoul. I think we're going to see some of Thaddeus. I hope they give Thaddeus more of a kind of main character title, you know, show some like side plots with him. We know he's living with a bunch of kids, maybe some sort of sweatshop in Freeside. I'm just really, I don't know if we'll get shown Freeside yet. I know it'll be a lot of the Brotherhood. Maybe what the hell are the Brotherhood doing at Area 51? That's huge. It's confirmed. I mean, it literally says it on the top of the building, Area 51. Um, what else could we see? Maybe a little bit of the Legion, or at least like signs of the Legion. Now, I don't think Caesar's dead. Caesar never lives long enough to actually see his fruits come to fruition. He dies in any ending, even in saving him, he doesn't survive to see his own Rome be made. So I'm excited to see what I think is going to be this power struggle within the Legion, where it's whoever's strongest is on top. And so we may see a few people change through leadership, and then Macaulay Culkin kills them. He's wearing black and legged armor. We find that when going through Lonesome Road, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we find it, in Lonesome Road. And so I have a feeling he may be a legate from far out. We don't know him. He came after, Lanius couldn't be tamed. He probably went crazy. The one thing that people are like, oh, without Caesar, the Legion falls apart. I don't think that is really like fully true. Now, yes, I think the Legion as the majority falls into shambles without his leadership and such. But we have to think a lot of these people are like tribesmen and kids that were taken at a young age and literally indoctrinated into this Legion like rhetoric, and I have a feeling that many of them aren't going to want to leave it because it's comfortable to them. So I don't think we're going to be seeing no Legion, but I think we're going to see a Legion that has adapted and changed, and that we don't need a Caesar anymore. Our Caesar is whoever is our strongest, whoever can lead us the best. And so I'm excited to see that, because realistically, just with the way that they obtain their soldiers, slaving, taking over tribes and adapting them in, and then them learning this new way of life, people like to be comfortable. And if they like where they're at or are used to where they're at, they're going to stay where they're at. So I have a feeling we're going to kind of see the true legionaries, those who still believe in it, in this small camp. Probably on the other side of the dam, maybe. Maybe they're over by Cottonwood Cove, somewhere like that. I don't know. But I'm really excited to see that, because I've always thought that even though I don't vouch for a Legion ending, obviously it's like the morally bad and wrong ending, but I don't believe that without Legion, the Caesar just all falls apart. Yes, the Legion as a full would crumble, but I know that there's still going to be legionaries out there that still believe in what Caesar taught and wanted for them. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. What else? This is kind of more of a I sit down, press record type of video. Maybe, really hoping, I don't think they'll give it to us this early, but maybe a big part of next episode will be Cooper Howard going to visit House, which is where we're going to learn that guy's his body double and it's not Anthony House. Go check my video yesterday or the day before that on why it is not Anthony House, because it is not Anthony House. There's no way. I'm not even going to start talking about it, or I'll go off on a 10-minute tangent. But I'm hoping we get to see that. I have a feeling we're going to see him kill his body double right in front of Cooper Howard to prove a point. We don't see the body double in anywhere else other than walking Cooper Howard through the Lucky 38 and going up the elevator with him. And then I think once he gives him to House, from some of the interviews, it's clear that this is going to be a big scene between House and Cooper Howard pre-war, where they're talking in the big, uh, in the penthouse in front of his master control terminal. They said it was like a long monologue and stuff. I watched all the interviews. Um, and so I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what comes from it. I have a feeling we're going to kind of see this more, really see into House's brain. I know people are angry at the way House was acting before, but I kind of think it's fully justified. He knows that everyone's going to die. He knows he has the best chance at survival with what he's doing in the Lucky 38. And so do you think he wouldn't really care if, oh, I have a product I need to test. I'm not going to wait to test it the way I usually do, which is, get people to sign up, all these forms, experiment on people. I mean, that's going to take weeks. What's better than going to people that he knows are going to die? A bunch of like lower class individuals at a bar mad at Robert House because of all the money he gets and how he stole jobs with the robots and stuff. Oh, wouldn't it be easier to, take out people like that who really in a year or two they're not going to be alive. Them making it into a vault is slim to none. Them surviving the bombs, slim to none. Maybe they'll become a ghoul or something, but I don't think Mr. House is really worried about that. So that's kind of my explanation to why he did that. It was easier. That's the easiest way for him to test it out. And what are those two dudes that uh the guy with the bat beat up gonna say? Oh, some guy in the bar came outside and offered us $30 million and then put something on the back of my friend's head, and then our friend beat us up and then his head exploded and then the guy disappeared. Yeah, that's kind of like the most perfect alibi. And what are they going to say? It was Mr. House? No, because they don't know it's Mr. House. They know Mr. House is the guy on TV. So it doesn't make sense. Mr. House would be able to get out of that situation anyways. Flash the money at the cops and say, look the other way. Or even slap another chip on them. I'm also excited to see. I have a feeling we're not done with Vault 24's story and what they were trying to do with it. I think we're going to kind of learn more about how different factions pre-war wanted to start the bombs themselves, which I think is something the story is going to expand on, and is that it's not only Vault Tech that was planning to drop the nukes first. Maybe it was the Enclave. Maybe even Mr. House, even though obviously not. Moldaver's take on Mr. House is actually really cool to see, because as someone living in a universe and not knowing what he's doing, it would look like he's preparing to drop the bombs himself, especially with kind of the way his character is perceived to the public, a eccentric billionaire who's really reclusive and has all this crazy technology. So I'm excited to see that be built upon. I'm excited to see more locations. I have a feeling we'll go to maybe a few more locations before actually making it to Freeside, and then inevitably the Strip to where they'll see House. So yeah, maybe we'll see like broken down Yes Man robot somewhere. If Mr. House recalled all of his Securitrons back into the Lucky 38, I don't think Yes Man will be able to hop from Securitron to Securitron. So we may be seeing a more mortal version of Yes Man broken down, if we even do see him at all. It'd kind of be weird. I would understand. I don't know how they play him in there. Maybe like they come across him, but I don't know. I think that's really everything I got covered. I'm really excited for the episode tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas Eve. I'll have a video out, a breakdown right after I watch the show tonight. I'll be posting that for tomorrow's video. If you guys want to see anything specific for me to go over, any theories you've seen about the show to go over, please let me know. If you have a theory you want to argue about how it's Anthony House, please comment in the comments. I will happily argue with you. I'm not being sarcastic. I love arguing about theories. I think it's one of the best things that Fallout has. Yes, it's probably the most toxic part, but so what? Arguing and being able to see, how someone else perceives things, can help me make better theories based on what they think of. I mean, this all started because I said something in an Oxhorn chat and he put it in his video. And I went, oh, I mean, if my theory was good enough for Oxhorn, I just should start putting all this stuff out to you guys. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, or whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, all that. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for 70 subscribers. It really means a lot. The growth has been insane. My past few videos have been kind of popping off. I've been getting way more views than I usually do, so I really want to thank you guys subscribing. And if you've made it this far, also shout out to that guy who pre-gamed my Anthony House video before he went to you go use Fisto. Shout out that guy. I'll put his username right here. Me and him argued after for a little bit. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed hearing your theories and your takes on stuff. Shout out to my favorite Gooner. Also, shout out to that guy's mom. And yeah. So without further ado, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me today. And just remember, you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.